Hi, everyone. Welcome. Namaste. Welcome
Namaste.
to Miracles with a Twist Conversations. Miracles with a Twist Conversations is an opportunity to unpack and dig deep on issues that are related to A Course in Miracles, and specifically as an adjunct to an existing program called Miracles with a Twist. I'm Reverend Cardona. I'm here with Reverend Lisa Benton. We'd like to introduce ourselves a little bit and introduce what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're going to do it. So, Goddi, Lisa, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, RevLo. I'd love to introduce myself. My name, as you heard, was Reverend Lisa Benton, but I go by the name of Goddi Lisa. And the reason that I do it, was my ordination name that I had, but I chose. And that was because I lived in the Bahamas for a few years, my husband and I, and this little boy that I used to babysit was 2 years old, and he would call me Goddi. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought maybe it was baby talk, but he had this profound vocabulary for a 2-year-old, but he called me Goddi. Everybody on the island called me Mrs. Benton or Mrs. Paul. My husband's name is Paul, and so they named me the fish stick. But anyway, he called me Goddi. Fast forward, turns out that Goddi is a Bahamian term of endearment for godmother. So that really warmed my heart that this precious little baby would call me that and see me as that. And so when at ordination, we were asked, what do you want to be called and so forth, and I was Goddi Lisa. That's me. And it's just a blessing for me to not even have to create a name or think of a name or whatever. It was my name. So
yes. And so from here on in, you will be Goddi Lisa during these conversations. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but you refer to me as RevLo, which I also love. It was also a similar story. It was a term of endearment that was given to me after ordination 22 years ago when I was ordained, and soon my loved ones wanted to sort of introduce me more casually. And so they started calling me RevLo. And so to this day, like all the kids in the family, they think that's my name. It's RevLo, and it's very sweet because we're not standing on ceremony here. We're not really even looking at any sort of religion or doctrine. We're looking at an interfaith perspective and applying it to A Course in Miracles, because that is a way to sort of open our hearts and open our minds to the principles and the workbook lessons, the text, everything that comes from the work that we've been doing together for many years, 6 or 7 years now. So a little bit of history. A number of years ago, I started teaching A Course in Miracles. But like so many other Course in Miracles teachers, I found that just teaching had to do with reading, discussion, and it didn't feel really like a sacred environment. I wanted to create more of a sacred gathering, more of an opportunity to people not just read and discuss, but to be so inspired and motivated by the material that they actually begin to live it. And so I created a program called Miracles with a Twist. And it is currently shown every Thursday at 7 o'clock on Facebook. It's live streamed, and then it's archived there. It is then archived on my YouTube channel, which is RevLo Cardona. And then as years went by and we found ourselves having discussions before and after the live stream, Goddi Lisa came up with this idea of inviting other people into our conversation. Because we're trying to dig deep, we're trying to unpack, and we want to see what more needs to be discussed around the issues that were brought up while we were having our live stream, which we call a sacred gathering because we pray together, we meditate, we listen to beautiful music. And in addition to that, we discuss A Course in Miracles. And we often bring an interfaith perspective into it. And so thank you so much for coming up with this idea. And you want to talk a little bit about the format and what people can expect?
Yeah, I can only present it from my experience, and experience is really the word. With Miracles with a Twist, that makes it so unique for me. And I just like a little caveat here that I got involved with Rev Lori's RevLo's Miracles with a Twist through Sacred Journey Interfaith Seminary. She is co-creator with Reverend Grace Flesko, and it was just an amazing experience for me. And I'm sure we'll get into that one of these days. But one of the things we had to do was attend RevLo's Course in Miracles and Rev G's Sacred Celebration of Spirit. And I just absolutely loved Miracles with a Twist. Loved Sacred Celebration of Spirit too, but it was very different. My experience with A Course in Miracles for 30 years had been to buy the book. You know, as soon as I finished reading Return to Love by Marianne Williamson, I had to, you know, run to Unity and get a book, and, you know, and I read it and I was like, no, this table is here. I can't pretend it isn't. So, and then 10 years later, same thing. So with Miracles with a Twist, I felt, first of all, at home. Second of all, free to speak freely, because I had come from this interfaith seminary. I was in the middle of it when I began Miracles with a Twist, living in the Bahamas, coming over and attending both. And there was just a whole level of holy and at the same time authenticity and fearlessness is the only way I can explain it, because spiritual centers can be, for some, and for me in my life, intimidating. This was a way to honor all these things that I had been thinking over the years that have been growing, and it was like it all came together in A Course in Miracles, but with specifically Miracles with a Twist. And so I was thinking that if I'm thinking about all this stuff as the years have gone on, and I've been a part of Miracles with a Twist, and I'm thinking as RevLo is talking and everything's going on, and I'm like, this is crazy, or wow, this is amazing, or I was able to experience so much, and I really thought it would be neat to hear more experience and to share more experience. And I think that this is what we will accomplish. We'll have a comment section. We will address your questions, your comments. We will just honor wherever you're coming from whatever spirituality, no spirituality, whatever it is. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be holy. And that's holy, WHOLLY, and holy, HOLY. So
yes. Yeah. Thank you for that.
No, it was just, thank you.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people say, well, what's the twist and what does that mean? And, and part of it is that it is a sacred gathering. It's not just a discussion group. It's not just a reading group. The tagline is, we take it from heady to hearty. So many people, when they get into A Course in Miracles, they say, oh, it's so heady, and we really want it to be a soulful experience, and to open our hearts and open our minds and expand our consciousness and have that true shift in perception that the Course tells us about. And so we put it into practice. And yet, since it is a live stream and it is not an in-person conversational situation, you came up with this idea of making it conversational. And so it is an adjunct to Miracles with a Twist. And so to be clear, Miracles with a Twist, the Thursday night live stream, is on Facebook and on YouTube. Miracles with a Twist Conversations will be a pre-recorded conversation that will take place on its own page on Facebook. It will be called Miracles with a Twist Conversations, and its own YouTube channel, Miracles with a Twist Conversations, and on Instagram as well. So we encourage people to belong to both, and we'll probably be posting and cross-posting so that everything is everywhere, because we do want people to be participants. And by being a participant in a pre-recorded message simply means that you use the comment section to ask questions, to offer your opinion. We will look at them and we'll address them. Yeah, and we hope to expand it. I mean, we're new at this. We're starting with what we have, and we have a lot, but it's just the beginning. So right now, this is what we have, the comment section, and we will
will read the comments. We will read your handle. You will hear us talk about your question, and we will thank you for your questions or your comments. And we will be requesting your authenticity and your honesty. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I know it's going to be beautiful. I am so excited.
Yeah.
Just to have gotten to this point, I'm so excited.
Right, because we've been talking about it, and now, we're going to see, what it takes to really make it happen and to build an audience. And we hope that you'll join us, all of you who are interested in having a conversation about the types of things that come up for you when either you read A Course in Miracles or you listen to the live stream, or it's maybe just something that's been on your mind for quite some time. And keep in mind that we will be looking at it from the course perspective as well as an interfaith perspective. It's the tagline that we used in seminary was always in addition to, never instead of. And so we don't have a rigid way of approaching course material. We don't stray from it. I mean, we're not trying to turn it into something that it's not. We want to honor it, exactly. honor its beginnings, honor its wonderful channel and scribe, and those people who started out with conversations also. I mean, A Course in Miracles conversations started back in 1965. Miracles Twist Conversations is honoring what we would call our forefathers and mothers who set the tone in our generation. This is a modern day classic, and we are deeply indebted to it for bringing us to where we are now. So we're going to bring so much more information around the spiritual path, walking the talk, the bumps and the bruises along the way, those times when we fall off the path, and we really need to focus on forgiving ourselves and forgiving others. And that will always be the foundation. The miracles principles will always be our foundation. But we want to make this conversational. We want to bring everybody into the conversation. Once again, let me tell you what our mission statement is. Miracles with a Twist conversation. Our mission is to unpack and dig deep into issues related to A Course in Miracles from an interfaith perspective and from the daily life, ripped from the headlines, or perhaps as a continued conversation from the live stream. That's what we hope to bring to everyone who's interested in participating and joining us.
And I think it's important to kind of point out a little bit, Miracles with a Twist is a bit of an advanced, as twisty as it can get. There's a certain level of understanding the course, as much as anybody can ever understand the course at any time. There's a certain level of that. With Miracles with a Twist conversations, I welcome new students, people who have heard of it and never cracked the book, or who have just started the book and are just about ready to close it. I encourage them to listen to Miracles with a Twist conversations and write your comments down. Get a hold of us. Let us know what the story is, because in Miracles with a Twist on Thursday nights, there's a curriculum. When Spirit takes over, that curriculum can go flying right out the window, but nonetheless, there's a curriculum.
Yes.
Our curriculum, as I see it, is to bring ourselves through A Course in Miracles, interfaith, and love into one's own authentic self. And we can only do that with communication. And people need to feel free to ask questions and make comments too. Kind comments or unkind comments, presented kindly. But that's
kind, caring, and calm. Kind, caring, and calm.
Yes.
So you know what, Goddi Lisa, you've moved us right into our second program, which we will present after this one, which is to give a little history, because you're right, Miracles with a Twist is not a beginner's gathering. It is not a beginner's presentation. We pick up in our 7th year. Everyone is welcome, and whoever joins usually has a little bit of course background. But you don't have to have course background for Miracles with a Twist conversations. So the next time we see you all, we will be talking to you about the history, a little bit of background, and our own background as well, maybe a little bit of our own spiritual journeys, because as you hear them, you'll hear yourself. And as you see us, hopefully you'll see yourself, because we want you to know that we see you, we appreciate you, we bless you, and we'll be back soon. Stay tuned. God bless you, Goddi.
Namaste. Love you.
Namaste.